What if I told you that the very thing standing in your way right now, the problem that keeps you awake at night, is actually the path forward? You see, most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid obstacles, running from difficulty, praying for an easier road. But the ancient Stoics knew something we've forgotten. They knew that the obstacle itself is the way. Not around it, not over it, through it. Let me show you what this really means and how it changes everything. Think about it. Right now you're facing something. Maybe it's a relationship that's falling apart, a career that feels like a dead end, a mistake you can't undo, a fear you can't shake. And every day you wake up hoping it'll somehow disappear. Here's the thing. The Stoics would tell you that you're looking at it all wrong. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in Rome, wrote these words in his private journal. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. He wasn't just writing philosophy, he was living it, leading armies, dealing with betrayal, watching plague consume his empire. He had real obstacles, life or death obstacles. And what he discovered, what all the Stoics discovered, is that obstacles aren't interruptions to your path. They are the path. By the time you drift off tonight, you'll understand how to turn your greatest struggle into your greatest teacher, how to transform resistance into fuel, how to stop running and start building. Let's begin. Listen closely. Epictetus was born a slave. His name literally means acquired one. His master broke his leg, leaving him permanently disabled. Most people would call that an obstacle to a good life. But Epictetus used that exact experience, powerlessness, suffering, injustice, to become one of history's greatest philosophers. His teachings on what we can and cannot control came directly from his chains. The obstacle became the way. Picture this, you lose your job, devastating, right? But what if that's not the obstacle? What if the obstacle was staying in a job that was slowly killing your spirit? What if being fired was the universe pushing you through the door you were too afraid to open? You see, every obstacle is actually revealing something. It's showing you where you're weak, where you're unprepared, where you need to grow. And here's the truth most people never grasp. Strength isn't built in comfort, it's forged in resistance. The obstacle isn't blocking your path, it's creating you. Let me tell you something. When Marcus Aurelius became emperor, he inherited a disaster, wars on every border, economic collapse, plague spreading through Rome. His co-emperor was incompetent. He could have seen obstacles. Instead, he wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." Perception is a choice. Think about it, two people lose everything in a fire, same event, same loss. One person says, "Why me? I'm cursed, I'll never recover." The other says, "I'm alive, my family is safe, now I get to rebuild, and this time I'll build it right." Same obstacle, different perception, different life. Here's where it gets interesting. Thomas Edison's lab burned down when he was 67, decades of research, gone. He brought his family to watch it burn and said, "Go get your friends. They'll never see a fire like this again." The next morning, he started rebuilding. He said the fire destroyed his mistakes. Now he could start fresh. He turned ashes into fuel. Ask yourself, what if you stopped asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and started asking, "What is this making possible?" Consider this. Seneca, one of the wealthiest men in Rome, was exiled to a barren island, stripped of power, comfort, everything. He could have rotted in bitterness. Instead, he wrote some of his most profound works on inner freedom. He discovered that true wealth isn't what you have, it's who you are when everything is taken away. The obstacle revealed and refined him. You see, most people never discover their strength because they never face resistance. They live in the shallow end, comfortable, safe, untested. But you, right now, facing whatever you're facing, you're being offered something precious. A chance to find out what you're really made of, not who you pretend to be on social media, not who you wish you were, who you actually are when it costs something to keep going. The obstacle is asking you a question. Will you break or will you break through? And here's what the Stoics knew. The answer is always your choice. Let me tell you a story. There's a Japanese art called kintsugi. When a ceramic bowl breaks, instead of throwing it away, they repair it with gold. The cracks aren't hidden, they're highlighted, celebrated. The bowl becomes more valuable because it was broken. Think about it. Your obstacles are your golden cracks. The relationship that ended taught you what you really need. The failure showed you what actually matters. The loss revealed who truly loves you. You're not broken, you're being made more valuable. Marcus Aurelius put it perfectly. The mind adapts and converts to its own purposes the obstacle to our acting. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Here's the thing. When you truly understand this, when it moves from your head to your bones, everything changes. You stop avoiding hard conversations. You stop running from challenges. You stop waiting for an easier path. Because you finally understand. There is no easier path. There's only this path, and the obstacle on it is exactly what you need to become who you're meant to be. So let's bring this home. Right now you're facing something. Maybe it feels impossible. Maybe it feels unfair. Maybe you're tired of fighting. But here's what the Stoics want you to understand. That obstacle, that exact thing you're facing, is not random. It's revealing where you need to grow. It's offering you raw material to build something stronger. It's asking you to become someone new. The obstacle is the way means three things. 1. Your perception creates your reality. See the obstacle as a teacher, not a punishment. 2. Action transforms everything. Don't just endure the obstacle, use it, build with it. Let it make you creative, resourceful, unstoppable. 3. Your will is your superpower. When you stop resisting what is, when you accept the obstacle and ask, "What now?" you become unbreakable. You see, the Stoics didn't have easier lives than us. They had harder ones: war, plague, exile, slavery, death. But they discovered something that gave them peace in the chaos. Nothing can stop you if you refuse to see anything as stopping you. Every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. Every setback becomes a setup. Every closed door reveals a window you didn't notice before. So tonight, before you drift off, I want you to think about your obstacle differently. Not as the thing in your way, but as the way itself. What is it teaching you? What is it making possible? Who is it helping you become? And here's what I want you to do. Leave a comment and tell me, what's one obstacle you're facing right now that might actually be showing you the path forward? Because when you write it down, when you name it, when you share it, you take the first step through it. The ancient Stoics faced their obstacles with courage and wisdom. Now it's your turn. Remember, the obstacle is the way. Not around it, not over it, through it. And on the other side, you'll find a version of yourself you never knew existed. Sleep well, my friend. You're stronger than you know.